Welcome back to Winners Win Football Podcast, where we make weekly wrong football predictions and mispronunciations. We have a new studio.
Would like to thank Cami. Thank you so much.
You.
My
Thank
girlfriend.
you so much.
We appreciate you. We love you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Our only viewer.
Our most humble and loyal supporter. We cannot even begin to thank you enough.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's our first sponsor basically. And we will give you a shout out later on.
I hope everyone enjoys this.
Very beautiful.
And give us some feedback if you care.
And it's not even finished. There's more stuff on the way. Beautiful stuff.
Now, on to the weekend games.
Arsenal
versus Brentford. This is one of the few Arsenal games that I actually watched. Just to see the vibe.
Yeah, and it started off like, when I watched the line, I was like, yeah, good. He rotated most players.
Yeah.
Because we have to focus. The big games is against Real Madrid.
Yeah. He rotated Saka.
Odegaard didn't play. Martinelli played. But Luis Skelly didn't play. So it's like, okay, I like this.
Merino as well.
No, Merino didn't play. So top striker. He needs to rest.
Yeah.
So it was good. Going into a game, Brentford is a good team. Their manager, I like him a lot. Thomas Frank. He's one of
a Danish team, the whole thing.
Yeah, but he's the biggest Arsenal glazer around.
Is he?
Yeah, he loves to talk good about Arsenal. He's like, yeah, I watched the Real Madrid game. They were so impressive. I loved watching them. Oh my God, this guy, he loves us. I don't know why.
But Norgard doesn't.
Bruh.
This guy, I came out, dude, Real Madrid supporters were like all sending hearts to him.
Thank you.
Not even that, when he wore the shirt before the game.
Which is a good message that Brentford did there. It's a good club. I love Brentford. But that tackle, man. We discussed it earlier. For me, it's a straight red card.
For me, it's yellow. I mean, if he had gone in with his heels, yes.
But it's not. But why is the heels more important?
With this
But because it's high, it's above his knees. 2 foot him and he scissors him from behind. That's a potential leg breaker. And that's for me the important thing here. We need to protect the players. We need to punish those types of challenges so that it won't.
Exactly, yellow.
That's no punishment. It's not sufficient for the type of for the type of challenge that he did.
I don't think so.
But you don't think much, so it's okay. No, but for me, that's my complaint. My complaint is never about it's going against Arsenal because they hate us. I think we need to protect the players, and it needs to be equal opportunity for everyone.
Yeah.
Now, in this sense, I don't feel like he protected the player. Like Luis Skelly's red card against Wolves earlier in the season, they say it was malicious force. It was dangerous, and that was because his studs went up slightly against his ankles. This guy came full force.
Go straight.
It was not completely straight, but it was high. It was high. But this guy came full force. I've seen
so many such tackles, though.
But I don't. But it's a red card.
But most of the time, it isn't.
But it should be. But that's the thing. Like most people that reacted to it, they're just like, okay, this is all of these things are what would break someone's leg if Martinelli's leg was planted, would have been leg breaker. And that's the thing that's worrying, because you have to protect players from such injuries. We spoke about it earlier. You need to protect the players and protect the sport so that you don't lose the product. But when it's an Arsenal player, it's okay. You tackle him because it's good for Real Madrid.
I mean, the Mbappe red card today was a red card.
For sure. But the
Vinicius one was a red card because the studs went in. For me, when I saw the situation, it didn't look that dangerous. It looks worse in slow motion as well.
But
for me, in the situation there.
Okay, but if someone is standing still and he does that.
Yeah, but he wasn't standing still. There was like situation.
So it's okay if I jump, if I go studs in 2 feet and I jump out the way, is that not a red card?
No, that's a red because you're going with studs. He didn't go with studs.
So for you, only studs is red card warranted.
No, there are different situations.
Yeah, but
This is not a red card situation, in my opinion. This is a yellow. This is a clear yellow.
Now I know what I'll be in for at the Bernabeu. Yeah.
Mbappe's gonna stud the shit out of it.
He's gonna in like the same tackle on Miles,
But on his face.
and Miles will get a red card.
Miles, why did you hit him with your face?
Why did you header his studs?
His poor boots.
Naughty boy.
You know how much those boots cost?
No, but for me it's a clear red card. But it doesn't take away from the game. I knew when I saw the lineup, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be average. They scored from one of their few chances, and I've been saying this for a while. I've been critical of Raya when it comes to saving. We could see when we played against each other, Courtois, he had a huge impact on the game because he kept you in the game, especially in the first half with all, like double saves, triple saves. He kept the score down, and that is giving you the sense of belief that we could still win this game. With Raya, we concede goals where I'm like, you could have done better. I feel like you could have saved that, or you should have been a bit better at it.
Not everyone can have a Courtois. I'm sorry. Sucks to suck.
It sucks to suck. But I'm still saying that's my critique of him because I saw this stat like,
oh, do you want Alisson? You can't have Alisson.
That's what I want.
For me, he's like, you have Courtois, you have Alisson, and then you have Raya.
But of course, Raya
and Ederson for me are the same level, and Raya is better as a keeper. He's really good at his feet. He's better than Courtois at his feet.
For sure, yeah.
So
sure.
That's why you have him.
Yeah.
You don't have a Courtois. You don't have an Oblak for a reason.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but I still want more from my keeper to be able to save those kind of shots. He has some good moments in this season where he has done great saves, but I still want him to be able to save in the game swinging moments. Like if he could have, there's so many times this season where if he would have pulled off that save, we would have won 2-1 or we would have won 1-0. But instead we draw, and in this season we have the second highest amount of draws in the Premier League.
That's because you have no proper number 9. That's not because of the goalkeeper.
But I still want a better goalkeeper. I still want a keeper that can save those chances.
Okay. If you look at the biggest problem, is it the problem that you don't have a proper number 9 that decides those games, or do you have pretty good goalkeeper with his feet, and he's always in the right spot as a goalkeeper?
When it comes to crosses, yes. But I don't think
even like Mbappe's counter. Yeah. He's always in the right spot. Even the other chances, he's always in the right spot.
I'm not sure I agree. But for me, I still think there's way too many chances that he concedes. Like there's games when we have like 2-3 xg. The opponent has a half xg.
Yeah, but
and
the problem,
it ends in a draw.
Of course, he could always be better. But the problem there is that why don't you score on those 3 xg?
Because their keeper saves them. You can have the same argument for the same thing.
If we prioritize here, is your problem the lack of striker, or is it that Raya is good but he's not better than Courtois or Alisson?
But I'm just saying what I want to improve on. I'm saying I want to improve.
If we prioritize now,
prioritize replacing Odegaard.
No, the fact you mentioned XG. You mean That's a very good. Thank you. Thank you for bringing up the XG. The fact that you have such high XG, and for you and low XG against you, it means the team is functioning very well.
Yes.
It means you are creating a lot of chances. Who helps create chances?
Not the other goal.
He's part of the creation.
Okay.
So let me tell you something. That means the problem is up front and back, but more up front. How do you not score from those 3 XGs? It's because you don't have a striker, a proper striker.
But
Havertz is not really a striker.
You say that, but the goal this season in the Premier League has the same amount of assists as Ederson in goal for season.
Pedri has equal assist, almost. Does that make Pedri a bad player?
No, but Pedri,
because he helps in the creation.
And Odegaard is not doing enough.
You know, you're disrespecting Arteta. You know.
Arteta? Because
Arteta values him a lot. He rests Odegaard before the Real Madrid game. That's how important he is.
Or how unimportant, because we can't win this game without him.
So he thinks he can win the game without Saka.
Yeah.
So Saka's not
because Saka's been injured. Come on, man, please. It's completely different. Saka's been injured.
Crazy.
He's been injured. And
You don't think Arteta values Odegaard as a top class player? Otherwise, he wouldn't start him every single game.
I think he wasn't the one that wanted to buy Odegaard. It was Edu who wanted to buy Odegaard.
Okay, he has the option not to play.
And we'll see. The future will tell me. I think we'll sell him this summer. Please.
Crazy.
I think we'll sell him.
Yeah, but if we're talking a priority, your problem is with the striker. It's not with the...
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Yes.
For us, this season has just been injuries, and that's the thing which I think we'll address this summer. I have a quote for you. It's not from Arteta. It's from Timber. Every game before...
By the way, when you talk about injuries, I haven't even mentioned our biggest injury, Carvajal. We play with Vasquez, man.
Or Valverde.
Militao. Alaba.
Bro, please, you're Militao's biggest hater.
Yeah, but he was good before the injuries. I mean, before all these season-long injuries, he was a world-class defender.
Yeah.
And then these injuries killed him.
And that's what's going to happen to our players as well. That's why I'm complaining.
No, injuries happen to everyone.
Yeah, of course. And how did you perform when all of your players were injured at the same time?
When?
Exactly. No, but honestly, if you look at... Do you want me to go through the entire team this season that's been injured? All the players have been injured this season. And for how long? We haven't had a comprehensive team.
Okay, what happened last season? Brother, if you use an excuse, I'm gonna use the same response. Last season, you had nearly full squad the entire season. Why couldn't you win the Premier League?
Because
it was your second best season. Yeah. So you had a great season.
And we had one of our best Premier League seasons of all time. Why didn't you win? Because City is a machine.
Klopp could beat them.
Once.
You could beat them once.
Okay, give us a chance. We're trying.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, but you say, okay, they have won once in how many attempts? 6, 7?
So you need. I thought Arteta was a world class. I remember a guy saying Arteta is the one gonna bring down Guardiola.
He almost did. I'm so sad that he didn't win it. But honestly,
bro, Arne Slot in his first season beat you.
Okay, but please, how many injuries has Liverpool had this season?
I don't care. You should have won. Why didn't you win last season?
Nah, you're pissing me off because honestly, when you look...
Just the beginning.
No, honestly. If Salah was injured for Liverpool for 3 months, do you think they would have picked up as many points as they have this season? Salah, just this today, he completed an assist, most goal involvements of a individual in one Premier League season of all time.
Poor management. You should have gotten another player that could replace Saka.
Yeah, that could replace Saka, Odegaard, Merino, Havertz, Jesus, Martinelli, Timber, White. I'm just saying the players have been injured.
And you still had a pretty good squad, you know?
Okay. Like, you're saying these things.
Bro, we won the Champions League last year without Carvajal. No, sorry. No, he played. Without Courtois.
He scored in the final. Okay, but Carvajal didn't score in the final.
No, sorry, not without Courtois. You see how important Courtois is. We played the whole season without him.
Yeah, but you have Lunin.
Okay, so
Lunin is good.
And you complain about Raya.
No, but okay, but
Lunin is good.
But he did. He had a big part of it, didn't he?
Lunin came from Leganes. You know that, right?
I don't care.
No, but what do you mean you don't care? No. I'm giving you an argument back.
No,
I'm giving an argument.
You bought him and you loaned him out. But what I'm saying,
but Courtois,
he still stepped up in the Champions League run.
Losing Courtois is as big as losing Saka. That's for us.
Okay.
That's as big.
Sure.
Wait. Can we go back to the TikTok where we said Courtois and Benzema won us the Champions League?
Yeah.
If a player wins you a Champions League, doesn't that show how important he is? When has Saka won you the Champions League last time? So we lost Courtois, we lost Militao, we lost Alaba that season. And by the way, before that season, Militao was our better centre back than Rudiger. Now he's shit after the injuries. Alaba was a starter.
Yeah.
Yes. We played with Nacho and Carvajal as a centre-back pairing.
In the Champions League final?
No, in the league. And we didn't lose the league. We lost 2 games that whole season.
Okay.
That's without our strikers. Vinicius was injured for 2 months. Bellingham was injured for a month. Camavinga was injured for 2 months. Tchouaméni. We found a way. If you have a good season, I'm not saying every season should be perfect, but if you want to find a way, you find a way. You have no excuses.
There are excuses.
Look how in the Premier League. The injuries now, and you did well. Why couldn't you do that in the Premier League? It's lack of focus. Why could you have Gabriel injured? Okay. And Saka came back from an injury. Why couldn't you play like that?
Okay, look, if it's like that, then this City team is the same team that won the treble, right? They only lost Alvarez. Now, where are they in the Premier League?
Because they won 6 Premier Leagues. They have an excuse. Okay. There is lack of motivation. If I win 4 Premier Leagues in a row, if Arteta won 4 Premier Leagues in a row, I would give him all excuses in the world.
But I'm saying,
if you won, you have all excuses. He won the Champions League that season.
The same Liverpool team, when they had injuries, when Van Dijk was injured, they came 5th. The same team.
Was it the same team that won the league the year before?
It was after
They won the league the year before.
It was 1 or 2 years afterwards. 1 or 2 years. I don't remember exactly how many years afterwards.
No, they won the league the year before. Trust.
Okay, but and they came 5th because of injuries. That's what I'm saying.
I can accept if you win. It's a league winning season and the Champions League, or give me something. Fine, go ahead. The injuries is an excuse, but now it's been 3 years.
So it's okay if you win something and then everyone gets injured. Now you say, okay, it's okay if you want to win the league.
Yeah, but why couldn't why couldn't you win the league last season?
Because of City.
No, it wasn't because of City. It wasn't because of City. You lost the league. You didn't lose against City last year, did you? No. Okay, no. Okay. That's the first thing. You were no. It wasn't.
I'm not saying in the game against them.
But you cannot say it was because of City, because you were leading the league and then you played Aston Villa at home. What happened?
Yeah, we lost.
Did you lose the league or did City win that? You lost that.
Okay, in the same way, you could say they lost their games, and then we would have won. We could have won it. It's fine margin.
Yeah, but if I have the league in my hands and then I lose it, that's me losing it. That's not the other team winning it.
Yeah, but now I'm talking about this season. How do you expect us, when our most influential players are still out for the season, to be able to compete at the same level?
I'm telling you, there are examples like Real Madrid last season when we won the league, when half of our team was injured. When we played against Atletico Madrid with Carvajal and Nacho as a centre-back pairing. That's like playing... What's the face of the guy that we kept making fun of in the beginning?
Huh?
What's the name of the guy, the previous Arsenal defender? The one that's bald now. Holding. That's like playing Holding and Ben White as a centre-back pairing.
No. Okay.
Nacho, and that wasn't a good Nacho period. Nacho, up until March last year, he was horrendous.
Do you know what happened with Holding after he left Arsenal?
What happened?
He didn't play a single minute for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, and that's Nacho right now. He's playing in Saudi Arabia.
He's playing.
He's in Saudi Arabia.
He's playing.
It means he was in his next to retirement. That's how close he was.
Yeah, probably Holding should have retired at that moment.
Bro, I'm telling you, there are examples where you can win despite injuries.
Okay, but
by the way, City. If you talk about like the best player being out, City have lost Kevin De Bruyne every single year, the first part of the season.
But when you look at the games, if you look at the seasons where they won, he still played a lot of the season. When we spoke about Kevin De Bruyne in the last podcast, we both told City still function without him. You said it yourself. That's
up to the manager and the management of the team. So there I blame your management. Mbappe is a dumbass.
Incredible ass.
He's fucking moron. We've lost 3-0 in the away leg. We need good vibes for the return leg against Arsenal.
Yeah.
And now we have an easy game against Alaves.
Which are
fighting for the league title.
And they're in relegation.
What does he do? We score 1-0. The ball is in the mid-half.
Yeah. It's going away from you.
It's going away from you. What do? You go
kick them as hard as you can.
You go in with your studs.
Yeah. With full force as well.
There is no reason. There is literally zero reason.
It was so stupid.
It's just he lost his mind.
Yeah. You complain about him the entire game. It's like, why are you just running around kicking everyone? You're just punching everyone up.
Nah, this guy is lost his mind, man. I don't know. I hope you make up for it. I have.
He can kick.
I have hope.
Kick Saliba.
No, you know what? I have hope for Mbappe to do well in the Champions League return league.
For Arsenal.
For Arsenal. He's gonna get a red card.
He's playing against us. Mbappe version.
I beg you, Mbappe, it's time. It's been a long season. I'm tired.
Yeah, me as well. I understand.
I've been through enough.
Bro.
Please, just score a hat-trick.
A hat-trick of own goals.
Camavinga
Out.
playing in the 8.
He was good today.
He was really good today. He should shoot more.
Yeah. It was a good goal. I'm happy he's out.
Chouameni had a really good game, and he's back.
He's back, which will be important for you guys.
Valverde played in midfield.
It does not look good for you guys. You need him to play a right back because
Vasquez
he can't let
as a right
Vasquez.
back.
You can't let Vasquez play as a right back. I mean, you looked at the way our left-handed side demolished you at Emirates. If Vasquez is on that side, it's over for you guys.
I think you should play Vasquez.
And then you complain about Ancelotti. Why are you playing Lucas Vasquez?
No, okay. There are two options here.
Okay.
If Ceballos is fit enough to start, then Valverde should be right back. Okay. Chouameni should start in the midfield. If Ceballos won't play, I'm playing Valverde, Chouameni. I don't care.
Why?
Because
for Vasquez.
Do you want Modric to start?
Hey, one thing.
Modric cannot start this game.
One thing we didn't. I should have spoken about in the preview. Did you know? Modric played his first game at the Emirates. 1 month before Miles Lewis-Skelly was born.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
Man, he's 18 years old. It's getting out of hand.
It's crazy. It's a bit scary. It's a bit scary, honestly.
Miles Lewis-Kelly needs a lesson.
And he'll
how
get
tough life is.
He will get it at Bernabeu. No, but this game.
This was the most boring game I've ever watched.
Yeah,
we did a TikTok live. It was horrendous.
It was horrible. I almost fell asleep. I felt like I could have. It would have been good. Like if you have insomnia or something, you can watch it.
If I had zero hope before, now I have -5. But Ancelotti, let's do this. I'm so tired. I mean, this was at least okay. If I'm gonna take out a positive out of this weekend, you drew, we won.
That's true.
The tides is going our way. The team is building up for a remontada.
Yep.
I see the vibes. It's gonna be very.
The vibes.
Very.
Mbappe, he likes it red.
It's gonna be very shameful when we lose. How did we get here? We started the season with a Champions League winning team, and we added Mbappe on top of it.
And it got worse.
It's gotten so much worse. Alonso's coming next season.
You think?
I think.
Not Klopp.
No.
Why?
That's how the vibes are going. The tides are turning. Most reports are saying Alonso.
It will be interesting because you won't know exactly how he's gonna set up his Real Madrid team. Because in Leverkusen he's playing with a back five with very high wingers. But
we don't have.
You don't have the personnel.
First of all, we don't have the 3 right centre backs to fill that.
You barely have 2.
We barely have 2. So I need him to adapt. I need him to play a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
And we need to buy a maestro.
But so a Camavinga Chouameni double pivot won't work.
No.
Then you need to sell one of them.
Unless Alonso does his magic. I mean, for me, Valverde can replace kind of the Xhaka role. Maybe Camavinga.
I think Camavinga
more likely to replace the Xhaka role.
Yeah, I think Camavinga.
So then we have Chouameni, we have Valverde. They can replace the Andrich
type.
And then ahead of them is Bellingham, Florian
Wirtz, yeah.
Left, Vinicius. They don't have a Vinicius. Right,
Rodrigo. You don't have a Grimaldo.
They don't have a Rodrigo.
You don't have a.
And then Mbappe up top, and then Alexander-Arnold on the right back. Fran Garcia on the left, I think, with Alonso. That's more fitting for me.
Maybe I think you should buy like, a center back that plays at left back, so you can allow a Trent to go forward, and you have those three defenders that are staying back. Just let the Vinicius take care of the left-hand side on his own.
I don't know. I trust Alonso. I just don't think he can beat Hansi Flick. That's it. I think Hansi Flick is a step too far for him.
Yeah, he's still early on in his managerial career, so you don't know how well he's going to do.
But every time he's faced an experienced manager, Gasperini, Mourinho, Slot, company. I mean, he failed, but it's Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah, they don't have the same standards or the same players.
He's overperformed for this team.
For sure.
He's done miracles with this team. So I just feel quite happy that we finally have a manager, hopefully, if we get him, that has some tactics.
Some
that has an idea of how to play football.
I want to do this.
I go this way.
That's what it's like.
And he's a respected person. He's calm. He's a respected person in Madrid.
Yeah.
So that fits the profile.
It's a big name.
Like not every manager can handle Madrid. I think he could.
Yeah, because he knows what it's like to play.
What it's like to play for Madrid.
The pressure, the media, everything.
Yeah, the only thing that's like a question mark for me about Alonso is his record against like experienced managers
and in cup competitions.
Yeah. He's gone out in the Europa League
final. In Europa League final, he lost against
League.
I don't remember the conference league.
Oh yeah, Europa League semi-final.
In the final, he lost in the final.
Semi-final against Roma, final against Atalanta, and then now in the round of 16.
Yeah,
but it's Leverkusen. But you need to improve, man. Get good.
Get better.
No, I trust Alonso. He's a good manager. I like him as a person as well.
Yeah, I like him a lot. But we'll see if we'll see what he'll be able to do.
And also, Hansi Flick says he's not gonna renew the contract 3 years ahead. So he does it year by year. So I hope he leaves.
Please just get out of here.
Please get out. I think he might stay next season, and then next season
he's like, yeah, good.
And just quickly about this Barcelona game.
Yeah.
Leganes outplayed them. The first time that a team outplays Barcelona in this La Liga season.
Yeah.
I
told you. I'm kidding.
But there are two teams that actually found a good tactic against Barcelona, which is
Leganes.
You play the wing on the other side. That's how you beat the high line. You pass to the wing on the other side. You have a striker staying in the offside position, but he's like an unnecessary piece. He just stays there.
Yeah.
And then the wingers run behind him, and they are onside. So then you beat the high line. Worked for Bayern, not really.
But they didn't score.
And then they conceded 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Kane is a master of that. Like, just being offside, allowing the others to play, and once they get the ball, then he starts his run.
Yeah.
Because when you're behind the ball, you can't be offside, obviously. So then it doesn't matter where the high line is.
Technically, if we do that in the cup final,
but Mbappe might be suspended. I don't know how the Spanish rules work.
Inshallah.
You want him to be suspended?
I want to see us play the diamond formation against Barcelona. Just
like with Bellingham as a striker.
Bellingham as a false 9, Vinicius to the left,
Rodrigo right, and then a midfield of Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde.
Yeah. I just want to see.
And Lucas Vázquez.
Or Ceballos if he is fit.
Ceballos, yeah.
I just want to see.
Something different, please.
Something different. Anyways, it's been good. It's been real. I managed to piss you off. I mean, dude, the fact...
Delusional spoiled Real Madrid.
You've beaten us 3-0. This is the podcast that you're supposed to take the mick out of me.
But I'm humble. Yeah. I'm not insufferable.
I think it's going to come after the return of the night.
Don't worry.
All right. Cheers.
Let us edit. Make